Welcome to the Nutrition Collaborative podcast, where we cut through the noise, bust the myths, and bring you nothing but truth about health, fitness, and everything in between. I'm Alec Moore, dietitian, and each week we'll dive into what really works when it comes to achieving lasting health and fitness. No gimmicks, no BS, just real talk, real success stories, and a holistic approach to living your healthiest life. Whether you're here for practical tips, inspiration from real client journeys, or just to find out what's actually worth your time, this is the podcast for you. Let's break it down, get empowered, and focus on what truly matters for your health. Alrighty, and we are back with another one. Thanks for tuning in last week, and just want to apologize for the technical difficulties of last week. The microphone had cut out, and I didn't realize it until after we played it back. So we're going to finish that episode up today. Fortunately, we got pretty much all the way through everything we wanted to talk about last week with the most overlooked sources of calories during weight loss. The only one remaining, which if you've been following me for any period of time, you're probably well aware of this. Of this calorie bomb that might be overlooked commonly in weight loss. So last week, we talked about bites, licks, tastes. We talked about liquid calories. We talked about underlogging, portion sizes, things like that. And we're going to add one more. There was only one more remaining from last week, and it was simply the weekends and mindless munching. We can combine them together. You and your body burn calories 7 days a week. You consume calories 7 days a week, not 5. We have to remember there are 7 days in a week. There are not 5. So the weekends matter just as much as Tuesday and Wednesday when it comes to weight loss and calories in, calories out, all of that, weight management. And mindless munching, mindless snacking will absolutely get you as well. So those were the one to two final ones that we did not discuss last week because we had to end it short just by a hair. So I wanted to follow up with those. But again, if you've been following me for any time, you are well aware of my thoughts on the weekends during weight loss and hopefully how to best go about them to prevent weight gain when you're in a weight loss phase or just not seeing the success that you really want out of the weight loss journey. Now, this week, what we're going to prioritize as our topic of discussion is a pretty powerful topic. And I want to ask, is it disordered to care? The double standard in health culture. I think it's crazy that you can literally go to a restaurant with a social circle, friends, whatever, and be scrutinized for something, a menu selection, which, by the way, why are we commenting on other people's choices at a restaurant anyways? That's one quick way to make it really awkward at the table. Why are you talking about what I'm eating? Worry about what you're eating, and I'll worry about what I eat. How about that? So that's the first thing. Why are we worried about, Sally's decision or Billy's decision? Who cares? Let them eat what they want. They're on their own. They're their own human. Okay, they can make their own decisions. They're a big boy, big girl. So that's the first frustrating thing that I'm sure already a lot of you listeners are resonating with, right? That table talk, the awkwardness of trying to justify why you are taking care of yourself. You shouldn't have to absolutely anyone. It should be the norm. Why is the norm in society right now? Why is the norm to eat like garbage? You say, everyone else at the table at this restaurant on a Friday evening, everyone's drinking. Big margaritas. Oh, the tacos. Oh, the guac, the queso. That's great. I love those foods. I don't drink alcohol, but I'm also not anti-alcohol if you want to have some fun and that's what you enjoy. Don't sit here and scrutinize someone else at the table for not drinking because they don't like how it impacts their health, whether it be physical, mental, or emotional, or metabolic even. Why? I'm just so confused right now at the double standard. Why is it disordered? Make a healthy choice at the restaurant. Why are you calling me disordered for choosing something that's going to feel good digestively, that's going to make my body feel good, not make me swell because of all the sodium, and not make me feel like crap the next day due to overconsumption, greasiness, fattiness, saltiness, and the alcohol even. So why is it normalized to drink 2,000 calories worth of alcohol in a night, the chips and the queso and the guac for a 1,000 calorie appetizer, that's 3,000 calories, and then your actual entree of your smothered burrito or whatever, which would probably be upwards of about 2,000 calories. Why is it normalized to consume 5,000 calories in one sitting, but then frown upon someone who actually cares about how it's impacting them in their choices and in their menu selection or whatever they're selecting for that particular meal? Why is the more normal thing or the more accepted thing or the thing that's less frowned upon or less scrutinized at the table, the thing that makes you feel like absolute junk, impacts your mental health in a significantly negative way? And if you say it doesn't, why? Help me understand. Where have we gone wrong as a society? You can literally smash a triple cheeseburger, fries, onion rings, 6 beers, and not a peep comes out of someone else's mouth. Not a peep. It's the accepted thing. It's the normalized thing. Oh, you're included. We're not going to make fun of you, or we're not going to talk crap about you. We're not going to scrutinize you. That's accepted. But the moment you make the decision to consume something that still tastes great, but doesn't make you gain 10 pounds overnight, doesn't make your digestive system feel like it's going to implode, I just don't get it. So is people will say, taking care of your body or your appearance or your aesthetics or your physique, your body composition, that in any degree is obsessive or that's disordered. Why is it disordered to care? I think it's more disordered to not care. You have one body, you have one life. Now, I'm not saying the extremes of that. I'm not saying you can't ever eat an enjoyable chips and queso meal. I love me some chips and guac, chips and queso for sure, okay? But I don't eat it every single time, and I don't scrutinize others for when they choose not to. Help me. Am I the only one? Is it disordered to give a crap, or is it disordered to not give a crap? I just need help understanding. So I hope some of my listeners, are resonating with this and can help me understand. And here's the thing: it's not just like living under rules and all the time and obsessive and extreme. Yes, there's such thing as disordered eating. There's such thing as eating disorders. There's such thing as orthorexia, where you only allow yourself to eat healthy, quote unquote, healthy food. You only allow yourself to consume nutrient-dense foods, and you never allow yourself any planned, quote unquote, fun foods, higher calorie treats and stuff. That's not the line I'm trying to draw here. It is not black and white. You have, black over here, white over here. It's somewhere in between. It is transient. It's in the gray area, and you should be fluid with that gray area. It's on a spectrum. You don't have to be disordered orthorexia. You also don't have to be disordered, I don't care about my own health. It's somewhere in between. So why can't we come to an agreement on somewhere in between, in the middle, and recognize that it's different for everybody on that spectrum, but no one should be on the far end of either side. That should be normalized. I'm going to say it. Shut up at the table. Don't ask me why I'm choosing what I'm choosing. If it's small table talk and you're just interested, what are you having? Oh, that sounds good. Maybe a positive about it, but not, what are you eating? Oh, Chelsea's on her diet again. Chelsea can't eat this way because she's disordered. Really? But then you're going to go bloat your entire digestive system up, feel like crap the rest of the night, but then put that shame on everybody else. Shame everybody else for your insecurities. Judge everybody else for your insecurities and your misunderstanding of what health really is. That makes sense. Here's the thing. How do we distinguish, right? How do we decipher, side by side here? Well, you can ask yourself this. Is it fear-based, or is it simply self-respect? If you are fearful of gaining weight, or fearful of those foods, or fearful that your health is in shambles if you don't choose this one thing, that might be a trouble area, or that might be something that we need to improve or rewire or navigate, differently. But if it's out of just self-respect, when I know how that food makes me feel, I don't want to have to go have diarrhea the rest of the night because of, if I consume that's what's going to happen. So is it self-respect or fear-based? That is definitely a question we want to ask on this topic. So if you're listening to this, you're resonating to this, you have found yourself in situations where either friends or family members or coworkers or other people around you during, at the table or whatever, have said something to you like this, stay strong, stand your ground. You don't have to give up your own self-respect and give in just because someone else has normalized something for their own good. It is so awesome to see that confidence in you with this by standing your ground. It may be received by them as you're trying to clap back at them. And maybe you are, who knows? But if they take it offensively that you say, man, I just can't eat all that right now. I know my stomach would not tolerate it well. And, I'm not trying to really gain weight right now. And I like the taste of this meal. That's why I chose it. If they come back with anything other than, oh, okay, then I don't know if that's a friend. And I don't know if you should take any of their advice, because they are putting that shame on you, that guilt on you for their own misunderstanding of nutrition and health and their own actions, their own beliefs. It's a reflection of them, not you. Recognizing your own, how do I want to say it? I guess honoring your own health might look very disordered to someone who doesn't do it for themselves or take care of themselves. And look, I don't know if it's a judge or a jealousy thing. I really do have trouble wrapping my head around it. But we've got to flip the script here with it, because it should be normalized to be healthy. It should be normalized to take care of yourself and to have that self-respect and to want to live a long, healthy life. Because if you don't, it's going to catch up to you. I'm not trying to, spread fear or induce panic in you or anything, but it's going to catch up to you. I'm sorry. It really is. Those who never work out, those who never build muscle, those who never take care of their nutrition and their habits, you may be getting away with it right now, but inside, your blood markers are going down the crapper. Your bone health out the window. Your muscularity and longevity with metabolic health, kiss it goodbye. All right. Do you want to be on your deathbed at 70, or do you want to be living a whole nother life between 70 and 90? That's 20 years that you could be mobile, active with your grandchildren, still traveling and vacationing and living. So don't sit here and shame others for wanting all of those things and being able to have that long-term vision, but you're just, oh, come on, live a little. Okay, that might come back to bite you, okay? You might not be living a little in your later years. And again, I really don't want to, this is not to spread fear. I know I just kind of got pretty serious with this one, but it really grinds my gears. And honestly, it's embarrassing for our country. I'll say it. I'm not even afraid anymore. It is embarrassing for our country to act that way. And look at our country compared to other countries. You're living it. Don't be that person. Don't be that. Don't normalize that. Let's normalize health. Let's clean this country up. What are we doing? Take care of yourself. It's worth it. You're worth it. I'm not trying to downgrade anybody. I'm not trying to degrade anybody. I'm not trying to say any of that. I've just been frustrated at this for a while now. So I figured it would be the perfect episode for this week. So if this resonated with you, share it. Share it to your story. Let's keep making a change here. I really, really, really appreciate you guys for tuning in. We got a lot of good feedback from the last couple of episodes. So I'm really eager to see and hear who resonated with this and see y'all share the message. Hope y'all have a great week, and I'll catch you next time.